Imagine walking through a maze of dark chambers, where the air is heavy and silence echoes like an ancient whisper. Now imagine that this maze is buried beneath one of the greatest wonders of the world. The pyramids of Giza have always been an enigma. Were these gigantic monuments erected by human hands or something older, something we may never fully understand? Recently, researchers claim to have discovered something extraordinary beneath the sands of Egypt. A vast underground city hidden beneath the pyramids, filled with giant cylindrical structures and interconnected chambers. Some call it the archaeological discovery of the century, while others label it a conspiracy. Using advanced technology such as ground-penetrating radar, seismic analyses, and artificial intelligence, scientists uncovered intriguing patterns. But while some see evidence of ceremonial tunnels or lost halls mentioned in ancient myths, others question the validity of these findings. Are we on the brink of an archaeological revolution, or merely misinterpretations? Researchers claim to have found something extraordinary beneath the sands of Egypt, an extensive network of interconnected tunnels and chambers hidden beneath the pyramids of Giza. Leveraging advanced technology such as ground-penetrating radar and seismic analysis, they revealed massive cylindrical structures that defy simple explanations. Some formations appear artificial, while others exhibit patterns resembling natural formations. But none of this answers the most crucial question: who or what built them? The discovery suggests there's much more beneath the pyramids than just burial chambers or symbolic passages. Some theories indicate these structures could be remnants of a civilization predating even ancient Egypt itself. Ancient texts, such as those mentioned in Egyptian myths about the halls of Amenti, suggest these sites were used for sacred rituals or as portals to unknown dimensions. Could we be looking at physical evidence of these legends? But what makes this discovery even more unsettling are its historical implications. If confirmed, it could rewrite everything we know about ancient Egypt. Until now, we believed the pyramids were isolated monuments dedicated to pharaohs and the cult of the dead. However, the existence of an underground city suggests they might have been part of something far greater, perhaps even a connection to advanced civilizations lost in time. Additionally, some 3D images generated by artificial intelligence show precise geometric patterns in the underground structures, similar to those found in other ancient cultures, such as the Maya or Sumerians. This raises the question: did these civilizations share common knowledge, or were they all connected to a universal source of wisdom? Books like The Lost Cities Beneath the Sands explore this idea, suggesting that ancient Egypt might have been just one piece of a much larger puzzle. On the other hand, skeptics argue that the 3D images may be misinterpreted. They point out that ground-penetrating radar has technical limitations, especially at extreme depths. Moreover, the absence of direct excavations means there's still no concrete proof that these structures actually exist. But here's the paradox: if the technology fails, how do we explain the consistent patterns in the images? Or are we simply seeing what we want to see? If the underground chambers are real, they may be more than ruins. They could be clues to a past deliberately erased. But are we ready to face what's hidden down there? Technology is the key that can lead us into the heart of the shadows beneath the pyramids. But will it reveal everything or only raise more questions? To explore the hidden depths beneath the pyramids of Giza, researchers turn to an impressive combination of cutting-edge technologies. Ground-penetrating radar, GPR, for example, allows subsurface mapping without invasive excavation. This tool emits electromagnetic waves that penetrate the soil and reflect back when encountering different materials, creating a detailed profile of what lies hidden below the surface. But GPR wasn't used alone. Seismic analyses also played a crucial role. By measuring vibrations generated by sound waves impacting the ground, scientists identified variations in terrain density and composition. This allowed them to detect cavities and structures that could be tunnels or chambers. However, the true game-changer came with the use of artificial intelligence, AI. Advanced algorithms processed raw data and created 3D images of the subsurface. These images revealed precise geometric patterns that appear artificial. Patterns almost impossible to identify manually. But what makes this technology even more intriguing is its application in other equally mysterious fields. For instance, the same combination of GPR and AI was used in space missions to map Mars' subsurface, searching for evidence of water or microbial life. Documentaries like The Hidden Worlds Beneath Our Feet highlight how these tools are revolutionizing our ability to explore both outer space and the unknown here on Earth. Are we using modern technology to rediscover ancient secrets? On the other hand, the complexity of these tools also raises questions about their reliability. Ground-penetrating radar has significant limitations at extreme depths, especially in dense terrains like Egypt's. Additionally, data interpretation heavily depends on the human operator, opening the door for errors or even unconscious projections. Books like The Limits of Exploration delve into these limitations, questioning whether we're truly seeing what's there or merely shaping the data to fit our theories. Still, the initial results are impressive. The 3D images generated by AI show giant cylindrical structures and interconnected tunnels that appear to follow deliberate patterns. These patterns resemble formations found in other ancient cultures, such as Mesopotamian ziggurats or Malta's underground temples. Is it a coincidence? Or did these civilizations share advanced knowledge that was lost over time? Technology may be our lantern in the dark, but it cannot illuminate everything. Perhaps the answers we seek lie beyond the reach of our machines, or maybe they're closer than we think. But what if the answers we seek are hidden not just in the depths of the earth, but also in the shadows of science itself? Despite the striking images generated by advanced technologies, skepticism within the scientific community is palpable. Experts argue that ground-penetrating radar, though powerful, has significant limitations at extreme depths. The Egyptian soil, composed of dense layers of rock and compacted sand, can distort signals and lead to misinterpretations. To many scientists, the geometric patterns revealed by the 3D images may be artifacts of the technology, or even illusions created by the human mind seeking order in chaos. Another critique centers on the lack of publication in peer-reviewed scientific journals. So far, the findings from the underground research beneath the pyramids of Giza haven't been validated by other experts in the field. Without this rigorous review process, it's difficult to determine whether the data is truly reliable. Books like The Skeptic's Guide to Archaeology emphasize that extraordinary discoveries require equally extraordinary evidence, something still lacking in this case. But here's what makes skepticism even more unsettling. It doesn't completely eliminate the possibility that something extraordinary lies hidden down there. Some scientists suggest the detected structures may be misinterpreted natural formations, while others admit there are gaps in current knowledge that can't be explained. Documentaries like The Shadow of Doubt explore this tension between skepticism and curiosity, highlighting how science often struggles to accept the inexplicable. On the other hand, skepticism also raises ethical questions. By discrediting these findings without deeper investigation, the scientific community might be ignoring valuable clues about our past. Could the fear of challenging paradigms be preventing us from seeing something greater? Or are we projecting our own desires and fears onto ambiguous data? Additionally, the absence of direct excavations is a critical factor. Until archaeological teams confirm the underground structures through traditional methods like probing and controlled excavations, the evidence remains circumstantial. However, this doesn't explain the historical and mythological accounts mentioning tunnels and chambers beneath the pyramids. Ancient texts, such as those describing the halls of Amenti, seem to corroborate the modern findings, or is it just a coincidence? Skepticism is a powerful tool, but it can also be a barrier. Are we closing our eyes to something we don't want, or can't, understand? When faced with the inexplicable, our minds seek answers. But not all explanations are equally comforting. The structures discovered beneath the pyramids of Giza have sparked a range of possible interpretations. For some, they may be natural formations created over millennia by geological processes like erosion and sedimentation. These formations could have been shaped by time and pressure, creating patterns that seem artificial but are actually the result of natural forces. Books like The Earth's Hidden Architecture explore how geological phenomena can create seemingly impossible structures, challenging our perception of reality. However, another hypothesis suggests these structures are remnants of ancient human activity. They could be tunnels or ceremonial chambers used by Egyptians before the construction of the pyramids. Some theories indicate these sites were used for sacred rituals, artifact storage, or even as shelters during times of crisis. Documentaries like Secrets of the Pharaohs highlight how ancient Egypt was an extremely advanced civilization in terms of engineering and organization, capable of creating works that still astonish us today. But here's what makes it all even more unsettling. Some alternative theories suggest connections to ancient myths. The halls of Amenti, mentioned in Egyptian texts, are described as portals to the realm of the dead or parallel dimensions. Could these underground structures be physical evidence of those myths? Or were they built by even older civilizations whose knowledge has been lost to time? Books like The Lost Knowledge of the Ancients explore this idea, suggesting ancient Egypt may have inherited its wisdom from an unknown source. Then there are those who go even further, proposing that these formations have extraterrestrial or cosmic origins. Some conspiracy theorists believe the pyramids and their underground structures were designed by alien visitors or non-human intelligences. This idea is widely discussed in documentaries like Ancient Aliens. The evidence, which connects ancient artifacts to supposed extraterrestrial interventions. Are we looking at concrete proof of these theories? But here's the paradox. While some explanations seem plausible, none can be confirmed without direct evidence. Until excavations reveal the true nature of these structures, they remain an enigma, a shadow hovering between the natural and supernatural, between the human and the divine. Perhaps the answers lie beyond our current understanding, hidden in layers of time and mystery we've yet to decipher. Whatever the explanation, one thing is certain. The structures beneath the pyramids challenge our imagination and remind us that the past still holds secrets we may never be ready to confront. The truth is down there, but digging up the past can be as dangerous as ignoring it. To transform the discoveries beneath the pyramids of Giza into concrete facts, we must take a step beyond technology, conducting targeted excavations. These operations require a careful and multidisciplinary approach, combining archaeologists, geophysicists, and cultural preservation experts. However, excavating deep beneath the pyramids is not just a technical challenge, it's also an ethical and political issue. We're dealing with one of the most sacred sites in human history, and any mistake could result in irreparable damage. The first steps include controlled probing to verify the existence of the structures detected by the 3D images. Equipment like soil drills and high-resolution cameras can be used to explore cavities without causing significant impact. However, even these minimal techniques raise questions about how to protect the site from potential harm. Books like The Ethics of Archaeological Exploration discuss the delicate balance between uncovering the past and preserving its integrity for future generations. But here's what makes it all even more complex. Egyptian authorities are extremely cautious when it comes to interventions at the pyramids. Any excavation project needs approval from multiple governmental and international agencies, such as UNESCO, which considers the site a World Heritage Site. Additionally, cultural and religious pressures make accessing areas considered sacred more difficult. Documentaries like Guardians of the Past explore how these political and cultural factors can delay or even prevent archaeological discoveries. On the other hand, the use of robotics and artificial intelligence could minimize human impact. Underground drones and remote sensors might explore the chambers without disturbing the environment. These technologies are already being tested at other archaeological sites, such as the catacombs of Rome and the tunnels of Petra. Could they help us uncover the secrets of the pyramids without violating their sanctity? However, even with all these precautions, there's an inevitable risk. What happens if we find something we're not prepared to understand? Extraordinary discoveries require equally extraordinary evidence, but they also demand the courage to face truths that may challenge our beliefs and paradigms. Perhaps the greatest obstacle isn't technical or political, but psychological, our own resistance to accepting the unknown. Each layer of earth removed may bring us closer to the truth, but it may also distance us from what we thought we knew. The next step isn't just scientific, it's a leap of faith into the darkness of the past. The past is not just a written story, it's a labyrinth of possibilities. And every new discovery has the potential to rewrite everything we thought we knew. If the underground structures beneath the pyramids of Giza are confirmed as authentic, the cultural and historical impact will be profound. Until now, we believe the pyramids were isolated monuments dedicated to pharaohs and the cult of the dead. However, the existence of an underground city suggests they were part of something much greater, perhaps even a global network of ancient knowledge. This revelation could force historians to rethink not only ancient Egypt but the entire narrative of human civilization. The implications go beyond archaeology. Confirmation of these structures could fuel alternative theories about advanced civilizations that existed before what we call recorded history. Books like Forbidden Archaeology argue that many discoveries have been deliberately ignored or suppressed because they challenge the scientific consensus. If the underground chambers contain artifacts or inscriptions dating back to even earlier times, this could be definitive proof that our past is far more complex than we imagined. But here's what makes this possibility even more unsettling. The idea that ancient Egypt was just one link in a chain of advanced civilizations raises questions about humanity's role in history. Were we visited by extraterrestrial intelligences? Or did human civilizations achieve technological levels that were lost in global catastrophes? Documentaries like Before the Pyramids explore these hypotheses, connecting them to myths and legends from different cultures around the world. Moreover, the discovery would also have a profound impact on modern culture. For many people, the pyramids are symbols of mystery and spirituality. Revealing secrets hidden beneath them could transform our perception of the divine and the sacred. Some theories suggest the underground chambers might be linked to esoteric practices or rituals that connected the Egyptians to the cosmos. Are we about to rediscover lost knowledge that transcends science and religion? On the other hand, there's a risk that the discovery could be misinterpreted or used to promote political or ideological agendas. Conspiracy theories are already emerging, suggesting that governments or secret organizations are hiding information about the structures. These narratives could obscure the truth and create divisions between scientists, archaeologists, and the public. Books like The Politics of Ancient Mysteries explore how archaeological discoveries are often entangled in power struggles and control. If the underground structures are real, they won't just change our understanding of the past, they'll shape the future as well. But are we prepared to face the consequences of opening doors we may never have been meant to touch? Myths are more than stories, they're echoes of forgotten truths. And beneath the pyramids, perhaps these echoes are about to become reality. The underground structures beneath the pyramids of Giza raise an intriguing question. Are they connected to ancient myths that describe hidden sacred places? Egyptian texts mention the halls of Amenti, described as portals to the realm of the dead or spiritual dimensions. These halls were seen as transformative spaces where souls underwent rituals to achieve immortality. Could the underground chambers be physical evidence of these legends? This connection between mythology and archaeology isn't new. Many ancient discoveries have been linked to myths once considered purely symbolic. For example, the Labyrinth of Minos, described in Greek mythology, was initially dismissed as a legend until similar ruins were found in Crete. Documentaries like Myth and Reality in Ancient Egypt explore how ancient legends often have roots in real events or structures, reinterpreted over time. Could the halls of Amenti be more than spiritual metaphors, perhaps tangible places we're just beginning to understand? But here's what makes this connection even more unsettling. Ancient texts describe the halls of Amenti as guardians of secret knowledge, accessible only to initiates. Some accounts suggest these places contained inscriptions or artifacts revealing the universe's secrets. If the underground structures are indeed these halls, they might contain information that challenges our understanding of physics, astronomy, or even human consciousness. Books like The Secret Teachings of All Ages explore this idea, suggesting ancient civilizations possessed advanced knowledge that was either lost or deliberately hidden. On the other hand, interpreting these myths raises questions about how we project our desires and fears onto the past. By associating the underground structures with legends like the halls of Amenti, we might be attributing meanings that didn't originally exist. Skeptics argue that ancient texts should be understood as metaphors, not literal descriptions of physical locations. However, this doesn't explain why so many myths, from the Egyptians to the Sumerians and the Maya, describe underground structures as portals or sources of knowledge. Moreover, the connection to ancient myths amplifies the cultural impact of the discovery. For many, the pyramids and their secrets symbolize something greater, a bridge between the human and the divine. Revealing structures that corroborate these legends could transform our perception of the sacred, raising questions about our place in the cosmos. Are these underground chambers more than ruins? Perhaps they're reflections of something that transcends humanity itself. If the halls of Amenti are real, they may be more than portals to the past. They could be windows to the unknown, where science and spirituality meet in shadows we've yet to illuminate. Knowledge is a beacon in the dark, but it can also be a flame that consumes everything around it. As we unearth the secrets of the underground structures beneath the pyramids of Giza, we face not only technical challenges but profound ethical questions as well. We're dealing with one of the most sacred sites in human history, a space many consider a connection point between the earthly and the divine. Excavating these chambers or removing artifacts might be seen as a violation of something untouched for millennia. Books like The Ethics of Unearthing the Past discuss how every archaeological discovery carries the weight of cultural and spiritual responsibilities. Do we have the right to disturb the silence of these places? But here's what makes this question even more complex. Even if we decide to proceed, how do we ensure the discoveries are used for good? History shows us that great revelations can be misinterpreted or manipulated to promote political, religious, or economic agendas. For example, the discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb was celebrated as a scientific milestone, but it also led to exaggerated speculation and commercial exploitation. Documentaries like The Price of Discovery explore how the pursuit of knowledge can be distorted when human interests come into play. Are we ready to protect these structures from selfish exploitation? On the other hand, there's a philosophical dilemma. Should we really seek answers to questions we may never be destined to understand? Egyptian mythology suggests some secrets were deliberately hidden to protect humanity. If the underground chambers hold advanced knowledge about physics, astronomy, or even the nature of reality itself, are we prepared to handle it? Philosophers like Martin Heidegger argue that humanity's desire to dominate the unknown can lead to alienation and loss of meaning. By unraveling these mysteries, we might be opening doors that should never have been touched. Moreover, there's the emotional and psychological impact of confronting truths that challenge our fundamental beliefs. If the underground structures confirm theories about advanced civilizations or extraterrestrial intervention, it could shake our worldview. Books like The Shock of the Real explore how revolutionary discoveries can cause existential crises, forcing us to re-evaluate who we are and our place in the universe. Are we ready to accept that we might not be as special as we thought? However, ignoring these discoveries also carries risks. Once revealed, knowledge cannot be erased. If we choose to leave these structures untouched, we might be denying humanity the chance to better understand its own past, and perhaps its future. But proceeding without caution could result in unpredictable consequences. Perhaps the real question isn't can we, but should we? Each layer of earth removed may bring us closer to the truth, but it may also distance us from ourselves. The greatest challenge isn't unraveling the past, it's deciding whether we're ready to live with what we find. In the end, perhaps the greatest mystery doesn't lie in the underground chambers, but within ourselves. Throughout this journey, we've delved into the hidden depths beneath the pyramids of Giza, exploring discoveries that challenge our understanding of history and the cosmos. From the giant cylindrical structures to connections with ancient myths, each layer of this enigma leads us to question who we are and where we come from. But are we ready to face the answers these chambers might reveal? Or is the true mystery in our own hesitation to seek them? The secrets beneath the pyramids are more than stones and tunnels. They're reflections of our relentless quest for meaning. Since the dawn of civilization, humans have looked to the sky, the earth, and the shadows, trying to decipher patterns that transcend time and space. The underground structures might be remnants of advanced civilizations, portals to unknown dimensions, or even manifestations of cosmic energies. Books like The Cosmic Blueprint suggest these mysteries are mirrors reflecting our own aspirations, fears, and desires. Are we seeing only what we want to see? But here's what makes it all even more unsettling. Even if we unravel the underground chambers, will that truly answer our questions? Or will it simply open new doors to even deeper mysteries? Human history is marked by discoveries that transformed our understanding of the world, but also by questions that were never fully answered. Documentaries like The Infinite Quest highlight how every answer generates new doubts, expanding the horizon of the unknown. Perhaps true wisdom doesn't lie in finding definitive answers but in accepting that some questions are meant to remain unsolved. On the other hand, this search reveals something fundamental about us. We're creatures limited by time, space, and knowledge, yet we still strive to reach the infinite. The pyramids and their underground structures symbolize this tension between what we can achieve and what remains beyond our grasp. Are we destined to always seek, dream, and speculate? Or is there a limit to what we can, or should, comprehend? Perhaps the true message lies in the act of seeking itself. By looking to the past, we project our hopes and fears into the future. The underground chambers beneath the pyramids might be more than ruins, they could be invitations to explore the unknown within ourselves. Whether through science, spirituality, or imagination, we continue to pursue truths that challenge our understanding. And perhaps it's this pursuit, not the answers, that defines our humanity. In the end, the structures beneath the pyramids are more than marks on the ground. They're reflections of who we are and what we seek in the vastness of the unknown. As long as there are unanswered questions, we'll keep looking to the stars, and within ourselves. You've made it this far. Now it's your turn to participate. Which of these theories do you find most intriguing? Or do you have your own interpretation of the secrets beneath the pyramids? Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the Shadow Spiral channel, and enable notifications so you don't miss more content like this. Together, we can continue exploring the mysteries surrounding our world, or perhaps discover that the truth is closer than we imagine.